And yeah, just to start, okay, we sent you a video about the IELTS overview for the part two. Okay, can you please mute your microphone just for a while? Because I think
Continue on California 163 South for 10
a girl,
miles.
a girl talking back there about your. I think it's your TV. Can you mute your microphone? George, please mute your microphone. Okay, Adriana, would you please mute your mic just for a second? Let's check.
Yes, I'm going to try. So let me.
Okay, that is much a video about the IELTS overview or so I want you to give me who would like to sharing a little bit about that video, okay, about the overview. Okay, Ana Maria, would you like to say something about the video?
Yeah, okay. In this overview, he was talking about the three parts that it's speaking in IELTS has, and he was explaining at the beginning what kind of things he was going to explain of each part and the length of each one, techniques to answer in those parts, and the kind of the structure that each part has. So he talked about the part one that it was about familiar topics and that it was about your work or your study most of all, and then that you need to know how to answer to those questions because those are topics that are familiar to you. And then he said that the preparation is for you to introduce yourself and be able to talk about your work and your study. And then he talked about the part two, that it was like the long term, because it's when you have to prepare yourself to talk for at least 2 minutes. You're going to have 1 minute to prepare the topic that they're going to give you, but then you need to be able to talk for a whole 2 minutes. And it's going to be like with a car. They're going to give you a topic and they're going to ask you about it. So you need to prepare what you're going to say, and the focus is going to be on the bullet points that it's on the card, and they're going like to be focused on your fluency and vocabulary. And
Okay,
the last
thank
part
you.
that is discussions. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ana Maria. Jimena, tell me something about the video, maybe about part three.
Okay. In part three, our discussion of questions. It's about the topic of the second part. The length is about 4 to 5 minutes, and the questions depend on the length of your answers. So the more your questions are length, the answers, I'm sorry, the questions of the examiner going to be. He recommends us to use the technique area to answer, reason, example, and alternative answer. So the alternative answer, as the name implies, is an option if you need it or if you have time to explain more. So this is important. And the preparation is the practice answer a lot of questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay,
Sorry.
now is it all clear for you about the procedure of speaking test? Do you understand the purpose?
Mm,
Do
no, I
you
think
have
it's.
any kind? Is it all
I,
clear? Do you have questions? Okay. Okay, so I think everything is clear. Okay, let me. Okay, now so now let me just share with the requirements in there. Okay, so let me just let me just share my screen with you. Hold on.
okay.
You tell me when you see my screen. I'm going to Ana Maria, do you see my screen? No. No. What about now? I need you to talk to me because I'm trying to share my screen, so I'm not looking at your face. Do you see here overview of the three parts of the test? Do you see
No, I
that?
can't
No.
see anything.
Okay, wait.
Me neither.
That's okay. Okay. Okay, what about now?
Yes, now.
Okay. Okay. So this is ju- just to give you a brief overview of the three parts of the test. So remember, part one is about general questions, and it will last 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so that's all. So there you have. Adriana, could you please your
Teacher, I'm going to be honest with you. I can hear you and I can see your screen. So I want to remind you that I am on my way to travel. So that's why I think that I have a bad connection. So that's why I think so.
Yeah. Meanwhile, can you please mute your microphone? Thank you for
Yeah.
saying that. Meanwhile, I want you to to turn on your microphone. That's good because of the wind, the breeze there. It's making a lot of noise. So this is
Yeah,
way better.
but I couldn't listen if
Yeah.
the.
Let me just repeat it. That's okay.
Okay.
So part one. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So overview of the three parts of the test. Okay. So here we have the different three parts, and here we have the requirement. You tell me if if I lost you, okay, or if what I'm saying, okay. I'm not looking at your face, so then if you want to talk, just unmute your microphone and tell me. Sorry, tutor, I don't hear that well. Okay. So part one, it's about general questions. It will last 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. So you will have to answer up to 4 questions for 3 topics. Later on, we will see how it works. Okay. But it will be
Okay.
questions about your work, about your studies, about free time. I mean, those are personal questions. So this is a really good stage, or part one is one of the coolest. So there you don't have to give like too much extended answers because the examiner will ask you several. So just, I mean, you don't have to take that long in one question. It wouldn't be like one question. It will not be like that. One question, and then you will have to speak about 5 minutes. It wouldn't be like that. He will be asking you around 4 questions or maybe more than that. Okay. So
I
you
can't
can
understand.
speak for about two. So part one is about general questions, and you will have to answer up to 4 questions for 3 topics. Later on, we will check what that is. Okay. So your answer could be maybe 4 sentences long. That will be your. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. Okay. Maybe 4 sentences, or maybe two. Okay, that's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So in part two,
5 minutes.
yes, part two, just as Maria said, is long term. Okay, it will last 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so there, this is the part that the examiner will give you a cue card. Okay, he will hand you. This is what it says here. If you can read it, that's okay. I'm just repeating what is here.
Yeah.
So the examiner will hand you a card with a topic on it. Okay, so it is kind of like this. Okay, you see here card. Do you
I
see
think
my screen?
yes,
Okay,
but I
so
can hear you
you
well.
that's okay. So this is candidate task card. This is kind of the card that the examiner will give you, that you will be given. Okay. So it says something like this: describe something you own, which is very important to you, and then you should say where, how, and what. Okay, those are like the WH questions there. Where you got it from, how long you have had it, what you use it for.
Useful.
Okay, so then it says, and explain why it is.
Important to
I
you.
mean, that will be two. Yeah, that will be 2 minutes. Okay, but before you will go there, you type on your computer, you can take some notes because the card will be given to you for 1 minute. And then you can read it, and then you can start writing your, I mean, your answers or the hint you want to be, you want to be reading. Okay. So that's, I mean, that's the whole thing here. You will have 1 minute to prepare, and then the examiner will tell you, okay, your 1 minute is up. Now start talking. That's all. Okay. So that is part two. Okay. So now in part three, and it will last, yeah, 1 minute preparation and then 2 minutes to talk. Okay. Then here it is important to give longer answers. Okay. There you will, if you do so, you will have a higher. Okay. Now part three, it's more kind of like a discussion based on part two. Okay. So let's say that in part two, let me just give you an idea of how this. Okay, let's say that in part two you were talking about, let's say, soccer. Okay, then you're in part be be given to you more questions. This is develop, okay, This is killing me. Okay. Sorry about that. Is it better now? This is
Yes, it
killing
is
me.
better.
Is it any better now? Do you hear me well? It is still broken.
I can hear you better now.
Okay. This is killing me, guys. You have to believe me. This is killing me. So, okay, okay, where was I? What was the last part I said? It was about part two, right?
In part three, when you were going to explain part three, that was.
Okay, let us try something. Would you please? Okay, good. Let us try something if the connection gets better. Can you please turn off your camera? Let's see if that works, and then I will keep talking to you. Please, you can have your microphone on, okay? Because if you don't hear me well, you can tell me. And also, you can type, okay? But just to see if this gets better. Uh, yeah, let's
Okay.
be without the camera. Without the camera. Okay, thank you so much. So that's okay, George. That's okay. Okay, so do you hear me well or the sound is
Yes,
broken?
I
Okay,
can hear you.
George. Okay, good. What about you, Jimena?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, George. What about you now? Do you hear me well?
Mm.
You can talk to me, George. Okay. Okay, good. So you see my screen or should I share it
Yes.
again? There you go, right? So this is part two. Okay,
Okay.
this is part two. So now, okay, we're moving forward to part three. Let's see if this get, okay, there you go. This is what I wanted. So let's say that in part, this is the cue card for part two, right? Let's say that in part two, you were talking about newspaper or magazine, okay? About enjoying reading those things. Then part three is going to be like this, okay? This is
Oh,
going to be, are you following me?
yes.
Good. So this is going to be part three, okay? Then
Okay.
part two is you had your 1 minute preparation, then you spoke for about 2 minutes, and then we will keep going. So the examiner will ask you questions regarding part two. So what do you think the important qualities for a news reporter? Okay, that will be one question. What's the function of a report to the society? What kinds of books, newspapers, magazines do Chinese adolescents read and something like that? Okay, it would be the development of part two.
Okay.
During part and only in part two you will be able to see the card. I mean the screen of the examiner there of the tutor that will do the test for you. But the rest, part one is gonna be only answering questions and also part three, okay? But
Okay.
this one you will be given a card, okay? So that's all. So in part three you will have 5 minutes to talk. Here it says 4 to 5, but it will be kind of 5 minutes. So that's all the procedure. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have questions about that? Because the idea is that we're gonna practice now.
Now.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah, Jimena, we are moving forward. Okay. So I will give you, yeah, I will give you the example. Okay. But first of all, we're gonna practice part one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Let me start. Okay. I will choose Adriana. Do you think you can talk?
Yes, well, I'm trying.
Okay,
Can
good.
you
So let me
hear
start.
me?
Yes, I hear you perfectly. So I
Okay.
will start with you and with Jimena. So this is okay. This is part one of the IELTS speaking test. So for this specific part, you will be. I will ask you. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask you several questions about general topics and yeah, such as home, family, work, studies, and interests. Okay. So this section lasts between 4 and 5 minutes per person. So I want to start with Adriana. Hey, Adriana,
Tutor?
let me just ask you something about your hometown. Okay.
Okay.
W- Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tutor,
Yeah.
I have a question. Um, is
Okay.
for
Okay.
part.
What type of place? Okay. Okay, Jimena. This is killing me, killing me.
Teacher, you know, y- no se le entiende nada.
Okay, okay. What about now, Jimena? Do you hear me? I hear you. Okay, do you hear me now?
I can.
Goodness. I see.
Don't know what happened happening
Okay, let me
today. Can you hear me?
orange. Yes, I can hear you perfectly, but I don't know why you cannot hear me.
Today.
Today is not. You're right. Yes, you're right. Thanks for that description, George.
I can hear you.
Okay, my goodness, this is just killing me. You have to believe me. Oh, okay, so anyone can hear me? Does anyone can hear me now?
I can
I
hear you,
Okay,
but
do you
like
hear
a
me now?
robot.
Yes, it's broken the sound.
Yes, just like George said, this is not my day.
Yeah.
Thanks for that describing, George. That was good. Okay, so let me just try different thing. This for internet. Okay, let me give you. If I type, you can get you can get it right. You can get what I type. If I write to you in the chat box, you read it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you some questions. Okay, I will type it there, and I want you to talk. I hear you well, so
Okay.
you can start talking. Okay, so let me just type the questions here, and you will start talking. Okay. Okay, so let me. Okay, this is for you, Adriana. Okay, so I want you to talk. I have more questions for you, so I want you to talk about this one.
But Adriana is not here. I can see her.
Yeah. Jimena, go ahead.
Okay, I was born in Fusagasugá, in the department of Cundinamarca. I have lived here all my life, my 21 years, and this is known as the Garden City of Colombia. And I don't know, I don't want
Okay, keep going.
what type of place it is. Okay, and this is a town, but each day the population is growth. It's a good place. It's a garden city of Colombia, but sometimes I think that it's not good for political situations and decisions that people that is not good is entering here every day, and the security is not good more anymore.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, has it, yeah, about your hometown, has it changed much since you were a child?
Can you repeat it, por favor, please?
Yes, has your town changed much since you were a child?
Yes.
Yes, mainly according of the security. It was a town more secure before when I was a child, and then and now in this moment, there are a lot of people that is uh, robbery, stealing things every day, and killing people, and it's difficult.
Okay.
Are you studying? Okay, I am studying English in the UNAD, English as a foreign language, but now the career is with another name, is a degree in languages, in foreign languages with emphasis in English.
No sé.
Why did you choose? Okay, all my life I liked English since I was a child, and I like music in English, and I like the possibility or the opportunity to teach English if I have the skills to learn it.
Okay, thank you so much. So
Thank you.
that is kind of the part one, okay? Thank you, Jimena. You did really good. That is kind of part one, okay?
Okay.
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 Okay, so now we will move forward, okay, to part two. We're gonna practice with Ana Maria, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Ana Maria, remember, I will show you the cue card. Then you have
Okay.
1 minute. I will time you, okay? So don't worry. I will tell you when to stop. I will tell you, okay, your 1 minute is up.
Okay.
You can start talking, okay? So there you can
Okay.
take notes, okay, on your computer or yeah, on anything you want to. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, this one. Okay, this is your cue card. Wait a minute because I haven't shared my screen with you. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
So say, okay, there you go. You have 1 minute to prepare about children's game. Okay. So here you have 3 different questions about one main topic. So you have 1 minute now to prepare, and then I will get back to you, and you will have 2 minutes to answer. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute. to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, Ana Maria, your one
Okay.
minute is up. You can start talking. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, so the game that I used to play when I was a kid, it was Angels and Demons, and it was played by teams. So it depended on how many kids were at that time in playing there. So we chose the same number of participants, and then we had to take turns to run and get the other participant from the other team, so you can catch it to your team that was angels or demons. So you have to run from one corner to another in the field and catch the other person to get it to your team. By the end of the game, those people needed to pull from a rope, and the team that pulls harder and makes the other team fall to the ground, it was the winner. So that was more or less the structure of the game. And I learned to play it when I was a child. My older brother, helped me to learn the game, and I think it impacted my life because I was able to socialize with older kids and younger ones, and boys and girls at the same time. And then I was able to recognize what angels means and what demons means too. So it was like we never wanted to be in the demon team because we thought it was the bad team. And it sometimes it won. So it was like hard for us because we didn't want the demons to win. But it helped me a lot during my childhood because I got some very good friends during that time. It impacted my life in a very good way, I think so. And I'm afraid that it is lost now forever because kids doesn't play anymore. So it's the hard part. But I think that's what I got from the game, the
Okay,
whole
thank you
game.
so much. Your your 2 minutes, yeah, your 2 minutes is up. So thank you so
Okay.
much. That was, yeah, that was good. Let me just give you a feedback. That was good,
Okay.
really good. You described your children's game properly. Also, you explained how to play it. You also explained what you learned from it and also the impact. It was really good. Let me
Thank
just
you.
that was good. Okay. Okay. So let us practice with you, Ana Maria. Okay. We're going to practice part three so that you can have like an idea of the procedure without stops. Okay. Let me just keep
Okay.
going with you. Okay, Ana Maria. So we are moving forward. I will stop sharing my screen. This part you won't need it, but I want you to ask some questions about the same topic that we already shared in part two. Okay. So
Okay.
let me ask you some questions, and here you will have 5 minutes to talk on your own. Okay. So
Okay.
what do you think of benefits of children's games?
Excuse me, can you rephrase that? I couldn't understand.
Okay. What do you think are the benefits of children's games?
Okay. Well, I think the benefit is that they can have an space of time where they can share with other kids, and like being outside their houses, like in the open, running or being together, like doing some kind of exercise, because I think we have lost that in our children nowadays. And I think that's the benefit of having children games outside, like that is not in a computer or in a cell phone, because you can find also children games there, but they don't have the opportunity to run or to be on the ground and get dirty and all those things that makes a childhood better. I think so. So I think it's better when you got them outside and they got the opportunity to share with other children at the same time.
Okay, nowadays children have less and less time for games. What do you think about that?
I think that it's adults' fault. I think we have lost, uh, and we haven't given them the chance to be outside because it's so insecure now. There are not the spaces now. We don't have enough parks. We don't have enough time to be with them there watching them, because we feel that we have so many responsibilities for us that we don't take into account that they need that space. So I think that that's most of adults' fault, but we need to start like taking back those habits that we have sometimes, and it's important to get outside, even if it's not as secure as before and as other years. But I think we need to take back those spaces for them, because it's important for them to be outside with no cell phones, with no tablets, with no computers, so they can share with other children that is not also in school.
Okay, thank you. What do you think is the difference between games nowadays and in the past?
Kids don't play anymore like us, like we did. I mean, what I was saying is that they the whole time they are studying most of the time with long shifts at school, and then they go home and they have to be in their houses or in their apartments, because adults doesn't have enough time to take them out, or because they don't want to, they just want to play in their tablets or computers or cell phones, or they just don't want to go out from the house. So I think that's what has changed, and I think we miss that part.
Okay. Oh, one last question. What is the negative aspect of games?
Okay, maybe it could be that you could get hurt easily when you were outside playing with them, and and even according to each game, it has their negative part. So you can be pushed and you can get hurt. But nowadays, if children are playing with tablets or computers, you need to be aware of the risks that they have online. So I think there is a negative part either way, outside or in the house. Those are the negative aspects.
Okay, thank you so much, Ana Maria. So that was part three. So glad to
Okay.
hear you. So that's all. Okay. So this kind of
Okay.
like the procedure. Okay. It will be
Yes.
something like that. So part one, you will be answering questions about yourself. Part two, you will be given a cue card, just like I showed you before, and then and you will have 1 minute to prepare, so you can type on your computer. And then part three will be more questions about based on food. Okay. So that's all. Okay. So now we're gonna practice with George and Jimena. Okay. Let's practice
Okay.
part two. Okay. Are you
Okay.
ready, George? Okay,
Where were you
George,
born,
I'm starting
teacher?
with you. No,
No, no veo.
sorry, George. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, teacher, but I can see the slide. I don't see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm. That's okay. I'm about to share my screen. Yes, you cannot see it because I haven't shared it. I am doing it. Okay. Okay, George. Do you see the screen now?
No, teacher. I cannot see the slide. I cannot see.
Okay, hold on. Here, what about now?
It's loading.
No, no. In black. It's in black.
I can see your screen. Yes.
No.
Okay, it's loading, I think.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
Jimena,
teacher.
so
Yes.
I will start with you, okay?
Mm,
Okay, Jimena.
what's the name of the film?
Okay.
Mm,
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, Jimena.
Do you hear me? Hello?
Let me- Okay, do you, okay, wait. Okay.
I'm talking to you, but I don't know why. You can hear me. I can see the screen. I can do it, but I don't know why you can hear. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you have 1 minute. Prepare.
Okay, describe your favorite movie. Okay.
Yes, Jimena will do it, George. Go ahead, you have 1 minute, Jimena. Do it. Prepare, and then I will get back to you.
Okay.
what's the name of the film? Corazón. This is, este, una película favorita. Mm,
Sorry for that. This is for Jimena.
his name is the strategy of his name. That's what character. Strategy.
Okay, Jimena, your 1 minute is up. You can start talking.
Okay. Okay. The name of my favorite film is P.S. I Love You. Um, it's about a man that is gone and a couple that they were in a romantic relationship since they were in the university, and they had an intense love, and they love each other a lot. But for different things in life, different difficult things in life, he died, and she was broken because the death of him. Um, I lost the last question. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay,
The last
that's why it
question.
is important to take notes. Why do you like it?
Why do you like it? Okay. Mm, I think that the movie is too dramatic, but I think that have a beautiful story. She was broken heart after the death of the man, and she had a lot of difficult moments where she need the the family, and she need the accompaniment of friends, and she knows another love, and she faced a lot of difficult things, but the romantic thing that his boy uh, gave a lot of letters where they describe a lot of things that they love that he loves about her, and things and reasons about he or she was able to continue her life doing the things good. So for this reason, I think it's a good movie. It's a romantic and beautiful movie.
Okay, thank you. Okay, George, we're going with you. Okay, we're not gonna practice part three. Okay, Jimena. So I'm going with you, George.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. That was good, George.
Teacher, I cannot see the questions. It's
Yes, of
about the
course.
field.
Wait, yeah, this one here. Do you see it now?
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
describe the
have one
scene.
minute. Yeah, you have 1 minute preparation. Go ahead. Okay, George, your 1 minute is up. You can start
Okay,
talking.
okay, teacher. The interesting city for me is Cartagena, the Indias. It's a wonderful city. It's in the Caribbean. The Cartagena, Indias, is in the Caribbean, in the Pacific, in the Atlantic Ocean. And how did I get there? By car, together with my family. I remember when I was a child, my father bought a new car, and he decided to make a trip, and we went all with the whole family to Cartagena. For me, it was exciting adventure because uh, I didn't know the scene. I didn't know that a wonderful place. When I was there, I had the opportunity to visit many interesting places, como San Felipe Castles, the the sea that is very beautiful, and I travel with the city near the Cartagena, for example, Santa Marta, and the the other is like Isla del Rosario, Rosario's Island, and it's a very beautiful place where people have the opportunity to dive in that place and can see the beaches. It's very beautiful. And the other places, Cartagena has the old part, is the colony part is very beautiful, and the park of the clock is very beautiful too. And and there I had the opportunity to to visit uh, the museums that Cartagena have, and and for me was an interesting places because it was a wonderful gift that my father gave me when I was a child. And after when I grew up, I returned again to Cartagena with my friends of my job, and was a
Okay,
nice
George.
experience. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, your time is up. Thank you. So that was good. So yeah, that's that's it. That's part two. I mean, that's kind of like the procedure, okay? Part one is general questions. Part two, you will be given a cue card, 1 minute preparation, and then 2 minutes to talk. Then part three will be based on part two, okay? So that I think that's all. You all did good. And yeah, this is kind of like the procedure. Sorry about the connection. I mean, this is killing me a lot. I could hear you well. I'm so sad that you couldn't hear me well, but
Don't worry, teacher.
okay. Bye bye, guys.
Okay, bye, teacher. Thank you for your time, and Jorge,
Bye
and
Bye
bye,
bye.
everyone.
thank
Teacher,
you.
question. Next week we won't have
Yeah,
this
you're
encounter.
on.